Dear Ambassador Galloway, thank you so much for having us. It's a real pleasure for being here and talking with you about important subjects such as young people and climate change. I'm here on behalf of my fellow young climate ambassadors, so thank you very much. My first question would be about the importance of young people in the fight against climate change. What's your opinion? Why is it so crucial for the young people to be involved?
I think we've really seen in the last couple of years what youth activism can do on the climate. We've seen young people rise up in different places and get their governments and their public to actually focus on what's happening in the climate. The most important climate event that we have this year is COP26, which will happen in November, hopefully, in the United Kingdom. And in the run-up to that, our partner, Italy, will be holding the Youth Summit and be launching their Youth Summit initiative. And actually there's a chance now for young people for the next months to actually be demanding that their governments go to COP26 and deliver real change. And if young people's voices aren't heard, then we're not going to get the change that we need for their futures.
So when talking about climate change, we must mention the Conference of Parties, which is a big event where the whole world gathers and discusses climate change. This year the COP26 is happening in Glasgow, UK, and it's considered one of the biggest climate events so far. Can you tell us why it's so important?
Well, we had the Paris Summit 5 years ago, and the world came together and said what commitments they would make to actually start to tackle climate change. We're not hitting those commitments. A lot of countries are not ready yet to meet the targets that we set out. So COP26, which is actually going to be the biggest international summit that the UK has ever hosted, we've got 30,000 delegates we're expecting to come from all over the world. And it's an opportunity actually for these experts, for these governments, for these representatives of non-governmental organisations to come together and work out how we really are going to deliver the commitments that we all made at Paris. And also, we have to take the world as it is now. We have COVID-19, we're seeing the impact it's having, and we need to come together and work out how we're going to build back from COVID-19 and build back better and build back greener.
So how is the UK preparing for the COP26? What are some of their pledges for the climate change?
The UK has really ambitious goals for COP26. But first of all, what we want to do is set out what we're doing and show the world our approach. So we've committed to decrease our emissions faster than any country in the world. We're looking to increase international climate finance to 11.5 billion over the next 5 years. And we've also committed to end our support for fossil fuel exploration and trade overseas. So that's what we're doing, but for COP26 to be a success, we need all the countries to come together and agree an ambitious strategy together. So what we want to see is countries setting nationally determined contributions that will allow us to work towards net zero, but in a way that's fair to all. Not all countries are in the same place right now, and we need to do this in a way that allows the developing countries to continue to develop. And then I think that we actually can have something really ambitious but also achievable come out of COP26.
We already talked about the youth and their involvement in the climate change. So how do you as a British Embassy in North Macedonia support their activities regarding climate change and the youth?
So we've got quite a number of different projects going on where we try to work with young people, empower young people, inform young people. So we have some work we do with Meta, which is about getting the information about what's happening, what's really happening on the climate and the environment and the issues that affect young people here in North Macedonia. We have a project with Mladi Hub, the Youth Hub, which is about giving training and access to young people. And we have a project with the British Council called 21st Century Schools, which is a really exciting project. It's going into every school in the country, training the teachers in something called the microbit, which is kind of about coding and creative thinking. And we have seen children come up with some of the most fantastic environmental ideas, things that really can create change, but they're learning it now at such a young age that hopefully they'll take that home to their families, they'll take that into business, and they'll be about creating that change. One of the projects we're very excited about is the work that we're doing with Go Green and the Young Climate Ambassadors. And as you know, this is just a great opportunity to get people to understand what's actually happening, not just in their own country on the climate, but actually these worldwide discussions. What's actually happening in the build-up to COP26, what can be achieved through COP26, and the work that's already been done on creating a COP26 simulation event. And there's some really exciting opportunities to learn about it, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you and your friends and colleagues get out of this experience. And then one last sort of youth and environment activity that I'm quite excited about this year is we're about to launch this month a sustainable fashion competition here in the country. And the winning outfit I will be wearing to our Queen's birthday party, National Day celebrations. So that's about sustainable fashion and the opportunities there. And again, there's some real innovation in that area in this country already. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who will enter and what we'll get out of that.
Finally, as you know, we're preparing the COP26 simulation, which is the first COP simulation in North Macedonia, scheduled for the 20th of February. Do you have a message or advice for my fellow Young Climate Ambassadors?
So I think the first thing is, I'm really glad that you have this opportunity to do this and to understand what's happening in these negotiations and get to practice them yourself. So I think I'd say two things. One, really enjoy it, because it should be fun. But two, it's about making your voice heard. So I think the young people who are involved in this event and who learn from this event need to really know and have the confidence that afterwards they need to be telling people. They need to be telling people what needs to be done, and they need to be demanding change, because if you don't, no one will change.
Thank you so much for your time, and it's a real pleasure and honor being here and meeting you. And we really appreciate your support for the Project Young Climate Ambassadors.
Well, thank you so much, and without people like you and your activism, nothing's going to happen. So it's an honour for me to meet you and find out what you're doing.